Touch TV News Channel. The best.
Our own dear native land, though tribes on beneath, in brotherhood we stand. Nigeria's offering motherland.
Amen.
The Independent Investigative Panel on the alleged corruption, abuse of power, downgrading treatment against Nigerian Correctional Service. Still in the reform, Nigerian Correctional Service uplifting the panel investigation, consultation with civil society organization and the investigative panel on alleged corruption and other violations against Nigerian Correctional Service agenda they file Friday 7th March 2025 at Aso Hall, Abuja Intercontinental Hotel. Following the recommendation, Ms. Tina Ibeko, the Guardian reporter, revealed that giving the access to the journalists will go a long way in the system.
But I think these reports, as watchdogs of the society, go a long way in changing a lot of things positively. It's the media reports that got us to, during the break in Kuje, that got the government to take serious action to see reforms currently going on. And we're proud that today we have a panel that not only opens the space for others to contribute, but also the media. Thank you so much.
With the welfare. It took a lot of time, but later on, the then Controller General of Correction, may God bless his soul, Alhaji Ibrahim Ijarma, permitted our production of the very first audio-visual that was shot inside Correctional Service titled Echoes from Prisons. Subsequently, we tried to arrange some kind of a training between the media and the Nigeria Correctional Service, and they reformed what was called the Penal Reform Media Network that was made up of 52 journalists from 51 media houses. The first training happened in Kaduna and the second happened in Ibadan. And part of those training enabled the correctional officers to take some of the journalists, which at that time what happened was that some of them were able to allow them to get perhaps for the very first time inside custodial centers. And it was also at the time that the Correctional Service explained to the media that they work on a command structure, that they cannot grant interviews when they have not been authorized to do so. And agreement was therefore that we needed to start producing what was called the media fact sheets, and those media fact sheets between 2 to 4 pages with some statistics sent to media houses on a monthly basis, and all the media houses, those who can, were now using it to produce. And then time OUCAO agreed to give ID cards to certain journalists, and then files were opened for those journalists because the Correctional Service was saying that these journalists would go and be writing rubbish and causing a trouble for everybody. So while Brown was doing training for these journalists, and what they were reporting was being indicated, and these particular journalists had this semi-autonomous certification by the Correctional Service. Fast forward, we later on tried to expand this program, but you must remember that at that time the Correctional Service did not have public relations officers. Soon after, we started advocating that there was a need for this, and to my best of my knowledge at this moment, the Correctional Service have in all the states of the Federation a public relations officer. I really want you to listen because excuse me, sir, you asked this question, I really want you to listen because you can see how you can feel it. So I was trying to explain that when we started, there was no public relations unit of the Nigerian Correctional Service. At this moment, they have public relations officers in all of the state commands, and at the national office, there is a unit that is the public relations unit. Now, so perhaps what needs to happen is a very good way and synergy that needs to be built within that structure, understanding that every correctional officer will have challenge talking to, and I'm speaking from experience. And this is why, as part of the panel's work, you recall that we have now agreed to have a daily briefing with the media so that two major things will be achieved. And those two major things are pleased, and we are pleading with the media because this is necessary, and it is in what you said, and that's very correct. If we want reforms to happen, we must ensure that the frequency and the quality of reportage on the issues being discussed is done. This is the only time the policymakers will take the correctional service reform serious. It doesn't come easy, it comes through coordinated reportage. And thank God the whole world is watching. We're making this open, and it is not a situation where anybody can go into a denial. So this is an opportunity, I believe, that both for Nigeria, correctional service, and every one of us, it is a golden opportunity. So whatever we take to ensure that those who are outside who don't understand enough of what these issues are, they can understand, they can join in. This link is going to be the same link we will use from now to the 14th of March. The panel is open to hear input from everyone, and the media is also being pleaded with to ensure that the quality and the frequency of the media reportage on this issue. So every day, all of the key issues that comes up, please let us utilize them well. Today, we heard of the importance of the civil society organization. Now for the media, I'm giving a few summary to highlight the key things that came out today. We've heard, as a matter of fact, using the word or the phrase from the Correctional Service, representative of the Controller General of Corrections. He used the word, the civil society organizations, the NGOs are our lifeline. That was the one he used. So partnership and collaboration with the civil society cannot be underestimated. Today, we also saw the importance of access to civil society organization. We saw the importance of having a way of ensuring database of all of the services, including donations from those who give donations to correctional service, and a mechanism that ensures transparency of that, but also a mechanism that ensures that there's some form of incentive that may come through acknowledgement of those who are providing service to encourage them to do more. Today, we also spoke about the importance of the academia. And here, when we talk about the academia, we're talking about every department, every faculty in the university. There's a lot they can do, whether it's in the faculty of education, faculty of law, of humanities, social sciences. There's a lot they can do regarding the correctional service. Another aspect that was focused on was the need to put a searchlight on the staff of the correctional service. And in terms of putting those searchlights, there were issues that was raised about the reward system. There was issues raised about their training, about their security, about provision of basic amenities. The panel flagged the provisions of the Nigerian Correctional Service in terms of Section 26 and Section 27. Section 26 speaking in terms of the Correctional Service Officers Reward Fund, which we realize seem not to be implemented for certain
mental awareness training for the inmates, which is one of the very critical approach we need to actually do in overhauling of our correctional center. Also, I also talk about creating a sport to build unity amongst the correctional officers and the inmates, using football as a case study, like a tournament whereby the inmates and the correctional officer will come together and play football, so that they will not be seeing the inmate as if they are condemned totally. Most of the time, the correctional officers, they use some kind of language on the inmates, makes them like they are hopeless, there is no hope for them again, and those guys lose hope and feel like they have reached the end of the road. So that particular tournament is going to create a platform whereby that synergy, that unity will come in between the inmates and the correctional officer, and that will boost their hope and belief. When they come out of that particular place, they are going to be a better person in the society.
Okay. Thank you very much. Your name was?
My name is Fasasi Sodiq from the Fasasi Youth Foundation, Executive Director.
Thank you very much.